Hey guys, Sandy here and welcome to the October YouTube collaboration team for Oh So Inspired. Today's inspiration is being taken from these handmade tags right here, and they have all kinds of fun little bits and baubles on them. Now I am actually going to be using some pre-made chipboard tags and one of my kits from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club and some old photos from 2005 that were found on a canister of film just recently. So the film is old, it's been sitting around, but I still liked the memory, so we're going to figure that out and let's see what I can do. So I decided I was going to use those 3 tags, and as you can see, I'll struggle with it a little bit here on the layout, but I end up with a design that I'm pretty happy with. And that's what matters. You're happy with your design. So I'm using this pink fresh paper that kind of has some geometric confetti on it. The paper is from a case of the Blas, and the moment that I'm scrapbooking, the time that we had, is definitely not a Blah moment, but the colors worked well. So this is one of the little bags that came in the kit that held some fun things, and I'm actually going to use it because I like the color and it goes well with the papers. Now the photos are of a museum type thing in Baltimore called Port Discovery, so I felt like these gears and such things really worked well with the whole theme thing that I was going on. So I won't say I'm a huge theme scrapper, but I do like to give nods. Although I'm sitting here thinking about it, I think the past couple things that I've scrapbooked have really been themey. Alright, so I guess I go in waves where I go themey and then I go not themey. So, but it is what it is. Now, this yellow paper is showing up so super bright on my camera here, but it is not that bright of a yellow. It is less sunshiny and more golden yellow, but that's the way it's showing up. The lights that I have over top of my table are really bright, and that just made it happen. So finally I'm getting into my tags. Now I thought I was going to just like get the base of my layout done, and then I was going to decorate the tags and see what I could do with them. And I thought that they were going to be like really layered, exciting things, more similar to what our inspiration piece was. However, I just wasn't feeling it. I decided, since I chose some pretty busy background paper, that I wasn't going to go that route. Now, here is where I realized that I did not cut off the branding strip on the basil cardstock here. So I just used the highly effective and scientific method of measuring it out on my grid mat and then denting the paper with my thumbnail so that I knew where to cut it. Because I couldn't figure out why my strip of paper wasn't going completely across the page, but as you can see, I did figure it out. So I guess go ahead and trim off the little bit of extra that was hanging off the edge and toss that off to the side. And now I'm feeling happy because I have that branding strip width of paper up at the top, and it kind of brings that busyness from the bottom to the top and gives it a little bit of balance. Now here's where I decide I'm going to work on these tags a little bit and figure out what I'm doing. Now I was tempted to ink them up or spray them or something to alter the color, but I felt like the white was just like a great pop against the busy background paper. So I'm going through these die cuts, and these are from Pink Fresh Studio, and they are also a case of the Blas. And I'm just pulling out some things that I think might work, something that would look good. And I really like the color of this house, and I really like how it sits on the tag. It's like a good size, it just looks good popped against that white. Well, in my opinion, it does. So then I pull out the pink fresh puffy stickers. No, they are not puppy stickers. They are puffy stickers. And I use this little banner called, and it says "What the What" on it. And not that it really goes with the story, other than the fact that my kids were up in this like almost like a playground, like, you know, when you go to fast food restaurants and they have the play places. The setup is similar to that. So I go ahead and I put the tags off to the side, I bring the layout back, and I'm going to figure out what I'm doing. Now these tags are super thick. They are basil tags, and what I do is I take my paper piercing tool, and this is an old tool from Making Memories, and I'm just pulling some of the layers of chipboard off. And this isn't something new that I just thought I should do. This is definitely something I just poked my finger there. Don't do that. Don't poke your finger. I have always peeled off layers of chipboard to make things a little bit flatter if I wanted them a little bit flatter. These were just so super thick that I just felt like they needed a couple layers pulled off of them. And this like chipboard is like stuck on there. It wasn't just easy for me to like peel off a layer like it is on some of the other chipboards that I've used. So now I'm going through my things and I'm trying to figure out what else to add to these tags, because the inspiration is decorative tags, handmade embellished tags, and I've got to embellish some tags like that. It's got to happen, guys. I can't leave them. And already I can tell that it's not going to be in my original mind's eye. Like, it's not going to match that. So here I am with these tags, and I switched the photos just because since where the tags are overlapping, I didn't want to overlap the people in the picture. And like I've said a couple times already, these photos are not high quality. They sat in a film canister for over 10 years before they were developed. So, you know, I'm just trying to help the photos as much as possible and bring your attention to them so you're looking like deeper into the photos instead of just like a cursory glance at them. So here I am, I'm messing with these die cuts. I've pulled out some more of my jelly bean soup die cuts because they do have similar colors to the jelly bean soup paper that I'm using with all those fun gears. Now I'm just attacking my own stash to see what I can add on to this layout and what I can add on to the tags to embellish them just a little bit more. And I've pulled out these puffy stars from Bella Boulevard, and also I have pulled out the sticker book, and this is the Vicki Boutin sticker book. I have the Chamel and the Vicki Boutin, and I have discovered that I really, really love them both. They have great options for stickers and layering and all that kind of good stuff. So if you're into stickers, I definitely recommend them. And you can see a little bit of the stickers right here. So I decided to use these tags as layering pieces, and that's really all they are. You're not even going to really realize that they're tags by the time I finish layering them up underneath of the sticker here, or the die cut. And this talks about not so perfect photos, but perfect memories. And I thought that that was super applicable to these photos. Side note, so you know how people pronounce words certain ways. So applicable. Love the way that word sounds. Love saying it, applicable. Can't stand it, drives me out of my mind when people say applicable. Don't know why. I'm sure that, and I'm pretty sure that both are accepted pronunciations of the word, but drives me insane. Back when we lived in Maryland, there used to be McDonald's commercials on the radio, and they would say applicable, and Oh, I cringed every single time because I like the way applicable sounds. Okay, side note, now that you've listened to me ramble about nothing that has to do with anything about scrapbooking or being inspired from these handmade tags here. So all I'm doing is going through the sticker book again. I'm grabbing some more stickers in colors that will coordinate with what I already have here on my layout. And remember that yellow is super, super bright showing up on the camera. It's not as sunny, lemony, it's more a golden. I actually pulled it from some yellow papers that I had set aside to go with my Disney stuff. So if you know what like the Disney yellow is that the collections like Echo Park and Simple Stories use their Disney yellow, it's more like that. So I'm just flipping through the book just to see if there's any more things I want to pull out and use. And I do grab one more little label, and it's this orange label here. And I go ahead and place that up there, just not because I felt like there needed to be a whole bunch of embellishment there, because I do have that triangle of embellishment from the upper left down to the bottom right, but I just felt like there needed to be a little something right there and not just some big expanse of white space. And that little label, that little tab and the little arrow was perfect for me. So now I'm going to use some foam mounting because I'm going to layer these two tags on top of each other, and since they are so thick, I needed some stability to that tag that was on the top. And I'm okay with how it's looking, and now I'm going to pull out the stars. And I am a huge fan of Bella Boulevard's puffy shapes, especially these stars. They are super fun, and I think that they look great. So I'm just sprinkling them around and just trying to put them in some places that look good, like, you know, what I think looks good. And since it's my page, I should think it looks good, right? So as you can see, my tags are a whole heck of a lot not embellished like the other ones are. Now these are some more little puffy stickers. These hearts are that I'm putting on are actually from Chamel, and I believe it's the Go Now Go collection. I'm pretty certain it's that one. And it looks like I'm just dropping one heart. So over on my right hand side, I have a cart of stickers and embellishments and stuff like that, and that's what I'm flipping through when you can't really see. And I'm gonna go ahead and use these pink fresh arrows. I thought I was gonna add a second one just because I wanted it in two places because I had two of them, but it didn't really work out, but that is quite all right. And then I decided to go with this puffy sticker instead and overlap it over top of the photo. Now these puffy stickers from Pink Fresh Studios are delicious. They are like fluffy cloud puffy stickers. So much fun. It's amazing to me how many different puffy stickers there are, like which ones are softer and which ones are not. So this is a camera from the Amy Tangerine sticker book, one of her sticker books, and I'm just tucking it in there under the banner that says today. And while I am flipping through the sticker book to see if there's anything else I want to add to this page, I want to remind you guys to check out everybody's link down below and see what the rest of the Oso Inspired team has put together for you this month. Everybody's take is a little bit different. Some of the team create like a whole project. Some of them create just an element of a project, like some might just create the tags, some might put it on a card. It's however they feel inspired. Somebody might not even use tags at all. They might be inspired by the decorations on it or by the colors or do something like that. So anything that we get inspired by, we just create something for you and we post it for you on the 15th of each month here at YouTube. So like I said, everybody's link is down below, so please go ahead and follow along and you might find some pretty fun channels to add to your subscriptions. So I have gone ahead and added some ribbon and some blue twine. And I'm just going to go ahead and tie that into a fun little knot with both of the ribbon and the twine there. And I just like the little bit of texture that it had given. So I'm going to do that same thing down here with the ribbon and the twine, except I'm not going to tie it into a bow. I'm just going to hold it over top of the tag and use my stapler and just go ahead and staple it straight on there. And then since I pulled that off, I need to add a little bit more adhesive with my ATG, and I slapped that tag back on there. So now I've got that great ribbon in 2 places like that. The third tag, I'm not going to add the yellow ribbon because I really feel like it's going to be too much of that yellow ribbon. And that yellow ribbon is a pretty good match for the yellow that is in the background paper. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a little loop here with that twine, and that is going to finish off that tag. So now I'm just going to add some adhesive, peel off the backer paper of that foam tape, and drop this little guy down and adhere him. So that is pretty much the entire layout, I believe. I think I take off that label and decide to layer it with the word phrase instead of over top the tag, and that's going to do it. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next month for another one.